Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special tutorial. Yes, it's a very special video that I have created, and it is basically how I create episodes. So I'm going to show you all these little things I do, and I know a lot of people have been asking, can you show us how you do it? Can you show how you create all these different things and all this stuff? So I'm going to show you. I'm going to finally show you everything I use. First of all, we'll start off with AverMedia. It's what I have right now. I've had Elgato before, and basically, as you can see, this is a preview of the screen here. Just to show you some of the characters here. And there's basically a preview there, and you can turn the sound on and hear the sound if you want. I usually turn it off because it kind of gets annoying. You can record, and basically that's how you record. And it also does an audio file too, which you don't have to have. You can take the audio file out, or you can put it in. Now usually with Rumbles I'm gonna put it in, but with episodes I'm gonna just completely leave it out. So it just depends on what I'm doing. And then you hit stop, and it shows you how much gigs left on your computer. As you can see, I've been doing this way too long. And you can also take a screenshot here. So sometimes I use that for like thumbnails, stuff like that. Okay, so basically that's how it's created. Whether it be a screenshot or a video, that's basically how it's done. And you can just, as long as you have enough gig here, you can do you can have the video for as long as you want. So that was always cool. But here's some of the other stuff I use, and this is one that's very extremely old, and I don't care because it is the best program ever. Okay, and that is my Movie Maker. And this is an old version. I don't like the newer versions, and it's very simple. It's not like DaVinci where it has like 500 different things. And basically, yeah, if I want to, I got to add a video first, obviously. So we're going to just add some of the CTL episode. You can put them all together like that. And there you go. And the cool thing about AverMedia compared to the Elgato is for some reason these files just come straight up, which is kind of neat. That's never happened before. And as you can see, I can arrange them in order like this. This is how I do it. Well, actually, sometimes when you do them all at once, you have problems arranging them. And I don't know what causes that, but let's try this just one at a time. And it just depends if I do that or not. Sometimes I usually don't because of that. And that's why. And as you can see, moving just fine now. I mean, I've always thought that was odd. There's probably some thing to it. But as you can see here, we got this whole match. And it goes to about here. But see, I don't want all that. I don't want you to see all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click it. And I could either trim, which, could basically pull you up to here. Or what I usually do, because I don't like trimming, is I just do set start point. And there you go. All that's trimmed out. It's a really cool thing I like to do instead of trimming. And I can always undo. If I mess up, I can always undo. But basically what I like to do is I trim it. I try to give you a little bit of the screen here so you can know what you're getting before you get it. And then I always try to stop it once the stars come up. Which sometimes I try to hit end. So I hit end here, and that ends it. And I just do the same with all of them. I don't want you to see this whole loading screen. I don't want to put you through the pain of it. And then of course you can rearrange things as well. This would go up top. Sometimes you can have it in order. It just depends on how you record it. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And this is another thing I definitely have to show you here. Well, the title episodes, my captions. Well, that's how you remove. You right click. You can copy, you can paste. I don't like copying and pasting a lot unless it's like a promo, and then I'll do that. Okay, so what can we do here? Okay, the title. We can add a title there. Usually I don't do a lot of this stuff. Caption is what I do. For some reason it wants to, I need to get rid of this. And then go to caption, and I can type it in episode and whatever. And then I can set the caption for 30 seconds. I usually do 7. I can change the font, change the color of the font. That's pretty cool. I can, line it to left or right. Really don't usually do any of that. And I can set the start time, or I can move it. I can move it up here, which I usually don't. I usually just have one caption and that's it. I don't like dealing with that. I don't deal with credits at all. And we'll get into this one in a minute because this is a very key point of the process. And of course music is as well. And then here, let me see what else we got here. I don't mess with any of this. This is going to be a real big key. I'll go into it. You can make the speed faster. Yeah. It's just, it'll move that slow. Or you can put it at normal. Or you can put it 64 times. Look how fast it goes. Just don't ever do that. Don't do that. Like, for real. Do not do that. Sometimes if I want to make something dramatic, I will slow the speed down to the 5. But I have never went past here. I mean, once you get in here, you're just being a jerk. But anyway, what else can I show you all while we're here? We're definitely gonna have to go into this. I usually don't mess with any of this. I just upload it manually. I guess you can do it from here on there, and it probably would save me some time, but I never do it. You got the visual effects as well. I'll show you these. These are very these visual effects are pretty basic. You can do like the upside down one, and it moves while by the end you can. I don't do a lot of this stuff unless I'm being goofy. I can change the colors and the color pattern. We've done that before and see it changes. And this is how you move it around. You just hold your mouse and go like that. Or, you can do the mirror effect and put it backwards, as you can see. Or you can just switch it to none. Usually if you do any of these effects, it's going to take longer to render the video. I don't deal with these animation effects like that. That looks cool though, but I don't deal with it. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Oh, I got the volume off on here. Let me put that volume back on. Okay, I have the volume off there. So let me put this back on so you all can hear it. That's why you couldn't hear it. And as you can see, you can hear it pretty clearly there. So that's where this is way too loud sometimes. And usually if I want to record narration, this is how I do it. Hello, my name is Bob. And it saves under narrations. And look how many I got. Wow. I got stuff from 2017. Well, not that far. But hello, my name is Bob. How it does it? But this, it gets a little too loud sometimes. So this is one thing I do. I do video volume. And I can put it all the way. I usually do about halfway. It just depends. If it's a singles match, I could get by with it. But if it's a rumble, I can definitely have to put it in the middle there. And then I can also do the narration volume. And usually I go about here. But it just depends. And you can also set a start point, end it at a certain time. Do like that. Cut some of it off. You can split it. You can also split if you want to split something in half here. Let me double click, and then you got two separate files. You can move that down here. So, and yeah, so basically what I do is I do this narration, and I can sit it anywhere I want, and I do the whole thing, narration. So I have to stop it, and then it saves it, and then I do this narration, and I can sit it anywhere I want. So there you go. I do the whole thing, narration. So I have to stop it. And earlier I probably didn't show you the sound here, so obviously you couldn't hear the sound. But yeah, there you go. I didn't have the sound on because I didn't want anything playing in the background or something. But I had everything closed, so that's why I had the sound off. But you can hear it basically here. And like I said, you can change the volume, which I love to do. Is there anything, when you're done, you just hit save, and it saves it under there. I got all kinds of folders. This is very simple. It's a very simple. I don't mess with any of this. I've never messed with thumbnail stuff. So yeah, don't really mess with copy and paste. I usually just do it manually. You can remove like that. You can set a start point from here as well. Add something. Also, if you want to add a photo, there you go. You add a photo. You can make it as long as you want. 30 seconds. You can do custom. Put a custom time in here. You can move it around. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I guess we'll go to some of the thumbnails. So you can, as you can see, there's no Amdar. And yeah, basically I use Paint to do thumbnails. This right here is the perfect size. Well, not exactly. It needs to be 720. 1280, 720. I think it's the perfect size. And you know, I can mess with no Amdar. I can, you know, crop his head like that. I can do all kinds of stuff. You know, I can erase his eyes. So there you go. I can, you know, do anything basically. I can give him some boogers. Well, I use black. Yeah, give him some boogers there, as you can see. I can give him an earring. You know, so this is basic paint. So it's not the best, but it's fun. But I don't use it for what I'm doing now. I'm just messing with this guy. Okay. So now it's Audacity time. And Audacity is what I do for my promos. And hello, my name is George. Hello, my name is George. Okay, that's basically it. You can also audio do this effect that I like to do, change the pitch.
Hello, my name is
Do
George.
a preview, as you can see. Distort it a little bit.
Hello, my name is George.
And then I usually just export it to an MP3, as you can see. And if you're wondering what does all this mean, it's actually some of the stuff I title stuff. So I know what I'm, as you can see, there's been a George before here. Huh. And then and as you can see, it's going to load here real well. That didn't take long. Usually it takes a little longer. And then that's how you're going to add your stuff. And George, and that was about 2 seconds, so I'm gonna add that in there, and it's gonna go down as an MP3 file, so you can have this with your narration. I do this narration, and I can sit it anywhere I want. Like that. I do the whole but usually what I do is I do these for the promos, and also for if I have like the, you know, the people talking and stuff, I just copy this, paste it. Copy and paste it so it stretches out. I don't want to deal with the 30 seconds because I don't know exactly how long it's going to take until I do this part. So you can also mess with this too, the music volume as well. All this stuff. Usually I don't mess with it at all. It's usually the perfect size. So.
Hello, my name is George.
So yeah, I think that's about it. That's the process. When I'm done, I hit save and I render it. It takes about an hour. Well, not always an hour. It just depends. It depends on what we're doing here. Sometimes it can take 20. It usually takes 20 to 30 minutes for a big episode. But if it's like a 7-minute thing, it could take like 5 minutes. It just depends. I mean, we could watch it a little bit. This is what it does. It saves right here. And see, it's moving slow. Even though that's about 32 minutes, I'd say it's actually, yeah, it just goes like that. So it's not that long, but if you don't have a lot of patience, you're not going to like that. And you can cancel it at any time if you feel like it's going to take too long or you have somewhere to be. So yeah, that's basically it. So the AverMedia, just to go over the little things again, record with this. That's how much gig I got. Then, of course, Movie Maker, which I highly recommend. This is another thing. I might as well show you this. Options. If you ever want to connect a mic, there you go. Audio and video, or web. I never use the webcam. I don't even know if it works that good. I've never used it on here. But yeah, I can switch mics here. Sometimes if you unplug it, it won't show. And this is what it's called. So it's basically a 2012 Movie Maker, and it still kicks. It's still amazing. It's the easiest thing to use, and I have the most fun with it. So that's how it's done. I just put the clips together and I do the narration here. You can also cancel anytime. It saves the narration in case you lose it. One thing you got to watch out for, though, sometimes it doesn't save your narration, so you got to hit the save button a lot, because sometimes this thing will crash. It's rare, but it does it every once in a while. So you got to be careful there. But yeah, that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. And as long as you have this program, you can do it. I recommend this program. Don't buy any fancy stuff. There's no point in buying fancy stuff. That fancy stuff doesn't even work good. I had DaVinci for a little while, and I had so much trouble with it, where it was not rendering stuff. And I started using this. I never had a problem. So this is the best device, and I'm using 1080 here. So, and it gives you some information about the file. So that's about it. And I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. This is how the magic is made. And I'm not going to go into full detail because I think you all get the idea. And plus I would have to do this whole thing and then render it. And that would take a long time. So I just wanted to go through the baby steps. There's all kinds of stuff you can do on here too. But I don't do it. But yeah, I just mainly mess with the distortion of the voice and just use this for promo only. You can also do the narration here, but you're going to have to match it up with this, which is going to be hard once you hit that, and then you're looking over here. So it's better off to do the narration. But I mean, if you had to, you could do it. Because one time I had an issue with I couldn't narrate, but it was a different computer. But yeah, that's about it. I showed you all the trim tool. Go either way too on this. So yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and this is something that I've been wanting to show you all for quite some time, and I finally have had the opportunity to think about it. Usually I forget to do it, and I've had a couple requests, and yeah, there you go. So that's how it's done. I'll see you all later.